NYRA Bets is the best play in online horse racing and betting. Bet from anywhere, anytime using your computer or mobile device. Earn valuable reward points on bets. Play in our exclusive promotions. Sign up now, NYRABets.com.
Mike Welsch here at Del Mar with the 2017 Breeders' Cup Clocker Report. We're getting closer and closer now to the main event here Friday and Saturday. And don't forget the DRF Clocker Report brought to you by NYRA Bets. You may be eligible for a $1,000 sign-up bonus, so go to NYRABets.com for the details. Again, getting closer to the main event now. More and more of the players have arrived in town. We had the large Chad Brown contingent showed up on Sunday, and we're out in the track jogging this morning, including the big star from that barn, Lady Eli. But the Brown contingent is just loaded for bear here. They're going to have a big say in the outcomes here on Friday and Saturday. Also, all the Europeans are here, save for the Aidan O'Brien stable. They're supposed to arrive at Del Mar on Tuesday. We had 10 workers this morning, 8 on the main track, 2 on the turf, but the star of the show was Gun Runner, who went out shortly after dawn. Doesn't get light here till about 6:45. He went out around 6:50, worked almost closer to 7 o'clock, and he looked magnificent once again. Just that typical Steve Asmussen maintenance kind of move, 4 days out before a race, but only a horse like Gun Runner can make a maintenance kind of move like that look as special as he did this morning. Just gliding over the racetrack, 49-3, like I said, galloped out in 103, finished up well, did it as easy as can be, putting a punctuation mark on what has been a great series of works leading up to his role as either the favorite or co-favorite with Arrogate in Saturday's Classic. Also for the Classic, Win the Space work this morning. A similar maintenance kind of move, also in 49-3. Seemed a little reluctant to change his leads. The rider had to prod him a couple of times before he finally switched over near mid-stretch. But all in all, went pretty easily before galloping out just okay into the turn. The main workers this morning were for the Breeders' Cup Sprint. We had 3 horses that actually breezed for the sprint, although Imperial Hint was not given an official work by the clockers. He blew out a quarter mile in 24-1 and then eased up, and I say eased up, really eased up, 3/8 out in the middle of the racetrack in 37. Trainer Louis Carvajal put the real finishing touches on Imperial Hint back home at Parks. He just wanted to let him get a feel for the track without doing too much, and as I said, the rider had his feet in the dashboard all the way to keep Imperial Hint to a 24-1 quarter mile down the stretch. Mind Your Biscuits also had his major work done in New York. He was also in maintenance mode, blowout mode this morning, was allowed to go 3/8 in 36, galloped out in 49-2 for trainer Chad Summers. A Calculator, though, he had a serious work today in preparation for the sprint. He won a half mile in company, 47-2. He was given a target to run at, broke about 5 lengths back, and was full of run right from the outset. He had passed the target by the time, I don't know if this was intentional, but he was so full of run he was past the target by the time they turned into the stretch. Continued on willingly, drawing away 47-2 for the half mile, and then was prodded along just a tad to continue out 5/8 into the turn. Other workers on the main track this morning included Hoagie, a half mile in 50, Bahamian for the juvenile in 49-3, and what I thought might have been the most impressive work of the day was Golden Dragon. Golden Dragon was gave first preference to the juvenile turf, is not going to get into that race, so it looks like he's going to run on dirt in a juvenile. So he worked on the main track today. He's never run on dirt, but boy, did he look good going over the Del Mar main track. 5/8 of a mile in 58-4 with his new rider, Elvin Roman, aboard. And Golden Dragon was full of run from the outset. He won 35 for the first 3/8 and still continued strong without really being asked much down the lane to finish up in 23-4. Galloped out 6 furlongs in 113. So he's going to be an outsider in the juvenile, but a very impressive move here this morning from a very impressive-looking 2-year-old Golden Dragon. Over on the turf, 2 works today. Ballarox, 4 furlongs in 49-4. Was a little high-headed early, but leveled out down the stretch when asked a bit to finish. Came home in 24 and a couple for trainer Bill Mott. working in blinkers. Also, Mr. Roy, the last of the Breeders' Cup workers this morning, he's going to run in the mile. He won a half around the dogs in 49-2. I thought he looked good. He also worked in blinkers. He seemed nice and relaxed and was reaching out nicely down the stretch to finish that work. Like I said, all the Europeans are here now. They all jogged and cantered a little bit, all on the main track today. The Chad Brown contingent is here. Lady Eli went out and looked magnificent once again this morning. Over at Santa Anita, we had a few works there, including Arrogate, who, like Gun Runner, was in maintenance mode this morning, as was his stablemate Drafong. They're scheduled to ship over here on Tuesday. And again, we're getting pretty close to the main event now. Things are really starting to pick up here. Hopefully we'll get to see some of the Europeans, if not breezing, at least getting to gallop out on the turf course. Most of the major work is over. We may have a few more blowouts left here, but that's been about it. But we're not done with our coverage here. We'll be back at drf.com with the Breeders' Cup Clocker Report in the remaining days leading up to Breeders' Cup 2017.